Hello everybody! Welcome to Railway Trip in Tibetan Style. This is Niuniu bringing you a brand live stream here. This brand new live stream is about to focus on something very special, very tasty and very healthy here in Tibet. And it is what's around me. Actually, I'm standing in this really strong aroma, really strong scent of I can feel like I can smell the healthiness, I can smell the nutrition around me, and that is a very special item I'm holding here. That is in the Chinese language, Lingzhi, and in English, lucidum Ganoderma. It is a very special herb medicine kind of product here in Tibet, here in Nyingchi. And today we're going to know all about it because this is not only something that is tasty in a soup, nutritious as a kind of medicine, but also a kind of crops that's helping local people get out of poverty. Yes, we're still here in Tibet Autonomous Region. From Lhasa, we've traveled to Nyingchi, and here we are in Mainling, which is a county here in Nyingchi. And in Nyingchi, we've already covered that this place is rather like a more, I'll say, moisturized and less high when it comes to altitude kind of place. It's very pleasant and it's very beautiful. And since the environment is really conducive to all these different kinds of plants, different kinds of herbal medicine in both traditional Chinese medicine as well as traditional Tibetan medicine. Actually, we are going to know more about this. But as always, if you like the live stream, please like and share and comment as much as possible. I will be very happy to read your comments since I feel like it is my way to get to know you and interact with you. And for those of you who have any questions or anything you'd like to say, you can leave the comment as well. We are live streaming on multiple platforms on top of CRI Learn Chinese Facebook page, YouTube channel, as well as 英语环球广播. We're also live streaming on all China Plus culture pages as well as CGTN pages. So no matter where you're watching this, leave a comment as much as you wish. Actually, I am already saying hello to many of you. We have Saray saying 你好, hello to you. Jessie's here. Hi, Jessie. And be back. Happy to have you. Hello to Kazi, Kiam, Zain, Ali. And we also have Thinly saying good. And hello to Muhammad Ali. Very happy to have all of you joining in so soon. And Kenny is here. Kenny Yam saying good afternoon. I feel like it's still good morning for me. It's around 11:30 here in Tibet. And it's bright and shiny, very beautiful. And I'm standing actually in a greenhouse. What we say in Chinese, 大棚. This kind of greenhouse is especially warm, so perhaps I will be sweaty a little bit later and you guys are not going to make fun of me. Hello to Andy from the United States. Hello to Khalees. Say, give me a visit. Where you live? Let me know. Perhaps I will give it a visit. And Gato saying, what is it name? Or if you're talking about this special product, it actually is Lingzhi, Lucid Ganoderma, Lingzhi. It is a kind of, I feel like it resembles a kind of mushroom, but it is actually a kind of fungus, which is very healthy, especially if you put it together with other traditional herbal medicine. We are going to discover that part, of course, as well. Hello to Jeff, to Saddam. Have a nice day to all of you. And hello to Yadian Na Hupo, very fun name. Like I said, if there's any other questions, let me know in the comment area. And for today, we're actually standing in a farm or family farm. We call it 家庭农场. And here I am standing in 红太阳家庭农场. 红太阳, the red sun, representing hope, representing enthusiasm, representing the possibility of prosperity. And actually, it is also the name of the founder of this farm. The founder's name in Tibetan language is Nima, and that means a red sun, a very beautiful sun. So yes, that is why this special family farm is called 红太阳家庭农场. And today, here I am with a very special guest. She is the daughter of the founder. She got graduated college in Beijing and decided to come back to her hometown and help daddy and also help local fellow villagers to get on board with a more prosperity kind of life, a prosperous kind of life. And she is 错母，错母你好 ，Hello， 非常高兴，非常高兴，跟大家介绍一下自己，introduce yourself a little bit。
大家好，我是红太阳科技创家庭农场的经理错母。那我们从16年就开始种植藏药材，包括灵芝，还有天麻，还有木。
So Tomu is the lovely lady standing next to me, and she's the manager of the family farm. And I think it's no longer, I'll say, justified to call it a family farm because I see the volume and I see what they're doing here. It's very professional already. So Tsuomo is going to be with me here to introduce to you all about this fun, very interesting traditional herbal medicine. And let's take a look at them. So to start with, actually right I am standing right now is where they put the I'll say lucid Ganoderma under sunlight as well as under the wind to dry it up. So you can see that these are more dried. 这个有留多少天了？他们已经晒多少天了？
这个已经晒了4天左右。
4天左右。So after 4 days, if you harvest from the ground, after 4 days it'll look like this, and these ones are more fresh. 1-2天。
这2天左右。
2天左右啊。These are the 2 days ones. So you can see with the time you leave them under sunlight, they'll dry up a little bit, shrink a little bit, and get a little bit darker in color. And the reason this is a very special kind of traditional herbal medicine is that it has a lot of function. It's not the kind of cure that will lift you out of a certain sickness in a second, but it will help your body be more healthy and give you the nutritious you need, and use it as a blend to let's say blend all the energy in you to make your whole system a better function system. That is why these are not only used as a certain kind of medicine, but also you can use it to boil you some soup. Remember yesterday we talked about the stone pot chicken. You can put a little bit of it in it as well. And also you can use it to brew water. So it's a kind of ingredient. You can understand it as a kind of herbal tea as well. So Lingzhi. And for this special farm, the reason that they have so much of it lying there ready to be dry up is because not only are they growing the Lingzhi themselves, they are also helping local people in other counties or in surrounding adjacent counties to grow them, and they will then buy the product from the villagers, and afterwards it is kind of a way to help them, let's say, get a better income as well. And this is one of the greenhouse. Let's go visit another one as well. Let's go. 我们来看一看其他的大棚，所以这个是晾晒的，是不是？还有 This is for it to dry up. Oh, it's much. Wow, much cooler. 里面很热哎。对。It's actually very hot in there, and I have to say, when I'm in there, there is a very special kind of aroma. 有一种非常特殊的香气。Very special kind. I think it's a mix of grass and wood and dirt. Not really sure why. 我觉得这个闻起来就是感觉有草的味道，又有木头的味道，还有一点点土的味道。你们会有就是平时还会注意到吗？因为经常
下雨，就是下雨的时候会
味道会更重，是不是？
因为很干净环境。
Someone just told me that if it's a rainy day, actually the aroma, the scent would be even stronger because it's very clean and you can basically smell everything. And wow, this is so cute. Here we are in another greenhouse, and apparently this is the greenhouse that we are growing this special kind of herb. 这是种灵芝的地方啊，种灵芝。Wow. 所以你们这些灵芝是怎么种的呢？
我们这些灵芝一般在那个3月底4月初的时候会下地种植。So
by the end of March and starting of April, they will start growing this special kind of fungus. Actually, 错母 told me that they would select some wild, well, Lingzhi, what's a long name? Lucid Ganoderma. They'll get some wild lucid Ganoderma and try to put them, separate the spore in it, and then inject it into a bag, into a fungus bag. And later the fungus bag would, let's say, sprout and strive so that it will turn from brown to white. Later we're going to see that, and afterwards they would bury that bag into the ground, and that's how they grow this special kind of fungus. 所以怎么挑选哪些比较好，哪些没有那么好？那我们走来看看。
好的。
And after the growing, actually they'll still have a selecting process, making sure they would select out and let's say find out the best kind so that they would be able to then cultivate the better semi-branch. It will, I don't know, generate better profit, and it will be more nutritious and more healthy. 所以，比如说我们看这些，能看出来哪一个比较好吗？
灵芝比较好的话，这边这个长得很好，然后这个也长得很好。灵芝的话，就是主要看它的颜色，就是颜色深红的话就长得很好，然后它的果肉也要更厚一点。这个肉要厚厚的。
Okay, so previously I touched the dried up ones. It's dry and it's crisp. I feel like it's very light. Not as you can, well, you see it and you don't really feel the light. I think it's very light. And as for this one, it's much thicker and it's a little bit more moistured. And it's very interesting. It's like touching a very solid mushroom. 像在摸一个很硬一点的蘑菇。
然后这个灵芝也很有弹性，它比较有弹性。
是吗？
然后它的根也是这样，一个根的话也是更好的，就是也是品质更好的。
Okay, I was told that for lucid Ganoderma, actually this one fanned ones, one piece ones are better than the multiple piece ones. And also for the root, if the root is thick and it's only one of this root, not like this one, it's separating, then this is the better quality. So they would select a better quality and use the spore from this kind of lucid Ganoderma and cultivate another better branch. Okay, let's continue to walk and see. This is so lovely. 好可爱啊，它们长得。好，那我们继续往前走。Let's continue to walk while I take a look at some of the comments of yours. I'd like to answer your questions. Like I said, let's see. There are many questions here. We have Librato asking what country you in. I am here in China. We're actually in Tibet, autonomous region here in China, and I am in the city of Nyingchi, the county of Mainling, Mainling, county of Lin, and this county is specialized in growing traditional herbal medicine. So that is why we're visiting this special family farm. And we also have Ho Minghao saying cool. Thank you. And then Kumara, hello to you. We also have Jessie saying Niuniu. They are known in English as, oh, reishi mushrooms. Really? I think reishi mushrooms in my understanding is more of a common name. Thank you very much. But the one I use, the lucid Ganoderma, would be more like a, let's say, academic kind of name. So very interesting. And thank you so much for giving me that information. Lingzhi, yes, Lingzhi is the name. Lingzhi. Okay, so Lingzhi is the name of the medicine, and Lingzhi is Nyingchi in Chinese. I think 在灵芝种灵芝 is kind of like a tongue twister. You guys can practice yourself as well. We have Yushanka saying, what is that herb or mushroom? Yeah, it is a little bit like a fungus or mushroom, and it is also a very precious medicine designed to help you with your qi inside, to help your system and even improve your immune system. So it's a very important and very interesting kind of herbal medicine here in Tibet. How can they be used? They can be used as an ingredient in cooking. They can be used in a soup. You can boil it with a soup with other ingredients as a soup. You can also use it as a herbal tea. 作为一种算是泡茶，可以泡茶 herbal tea. Let's see what are some of the questions. What are they good for? Yes, I think I've covered that. To be more precise, let's see if I can give you a more precise information about Lingzhi. We'll cover that a bit later. And yes, it looks like a kind of mushroom. And hello to Good Lam saying, most welcome, my dear friend. And good morning to you, so all family members. Thank you very much. Good morning to you too. You guys are loving it. As I can see, you're shouting to me and showering me with lovely messages. Thank you very much for all that. And right now we are standing in front of something rather strange looking in my sense, because they are a little bag of stuff covered worked together. This is actually edible tree fungus, or in Chinese we call it mu'er. Mu carries the meaning of wood. Er is耳朵, your ears. I think it's because people first notice it as they see them growing around trees or around wood, and they started to feel like, these things look like the ears of the wood, so they started to call it mu'er. So these edible tree fungus are growing here. You can see the water floating in, helping it to grow. And let's go see some freshly harvested mu'er tree fungus. Actually, for me, tree fungus is much more, let's say, commonly seen than Lingzhi. Here we are. Edible tree fungus. 木耳是不是有点像耳朵？木耳 edible tree fungus, 木耳 and they are now very soft and flexible. I like the feeling, I like the texture. And these ones in Chinese we call them 鲜木耳, fresh edible tree fungus. 鲜木耳, and that you leave them under sunlight for a while, and then you can put them, they will be looking like this. 干木耳是不是？对。干木耳. So 干木耳 would be the very little bit crisp and hard, actually resilient and hard kind of 木耳. When I'm home, my mom used to, let's say, buy some of this, and you have to put it in water so that after a while it will swollen up again, absorb enough water and swollen up again, and then you would boil it in water a little bit, and we can eat it. In Chinese we say 凉条, 凉条. So you would eat it directly with some sauce. It's a little bit like a special kind of salad. 是不是有点像调沙拉，就也是凉条，就可以直接吃。所以木耳有什么功效呢？
木耳的话主要是补气血，然后润滑肠道。
Oh, I think it's a very Chinese kind of sense. It is going to give you more inner energy. 气血, 血 is actually blood. You guys know qi, qi and yin yang, that's the qi we're talking about. And 补气血 means to provide you with the inner energy, to blend the inner energy in yourself to make it better and make you more healthy. So 补气血。那灵芝呢？
灵芝的话主要是提升整个身体的免疫力，
提升免疫力啊。
像这个西藏这边这个品种的白肉灵芝，最好的功效是保肝护肝。
保肝护肝哦。So this special kind of Lingzhi of lucid Ganoderma here in Tibet is called 白肉灵芝, white meat Lingzhi. But meat actually is talking about the texture. So underneath it's a little bit white, and this special kind of Lingzhi is really good for your immune system as well as specifically your liver. 对肝脏很好, good for liver. And for this one, if you take a closer look, you would see that this special kind of edible tree mushroom, edible tree fungus, one side is black and the other side is gray. Other side is gray. 一边是黑色，一边是灰色。This is also a local specialty, because if you buy any other kind of tree fungus, apparently they do not resemble these features. They're small, looking a little bit like the wild ones. So this is basically the greenhouse we can see here. 这就是咱们家的大棚的主要的情况，是不是？So yes. 谢谢。那我们继续往外面走。So in this let's say family farm, actually we can see that besides these greenhouses, besides these 大棚, there are also other very important function of this place. That is because, as we say, Mainling, 米林 in traditional, in Tibetan language, is also called 药州, or it means 药州. 药 is medicine, 州 is a state. So this is a state specifically conducive for herbal medicine growing. And I am already stepping out of the greenhouse, ready to show you a little bit of the beautiful environment. 我们来看一下外面的风景，非常的美. It's very beautiful out there. Actually, Mainling used to be a county stricken by poverty, and previously, I still remember that in around 2016, perhaps it was still a poverty-stricken county, but by the end of last year, actually last year, China has helped people get out of extreme poverty. We eliminated extreme poverty here in China, and there are a lot of means to do that. The translation of that saying always strikes me a little bit weird, because in Chinese, actually, I feel like a better translation would be the Chinese government help the people lift themselves out of poverty, because there are, of course, a lot of policies, there are a lot of conducive environment, there are a lot of help, but at the end of the day, you have to have this courage, have this determination to create your beautiful life by your own hands, just like the founder of this farm. The founder of the farm was actually living in poverty, but he would not stand that, so he went on to learn about the growing of Lingzhi, the growing of this special mushroom, and they also learned to grow many other kinds of traditional herbal medicine, and he started this family farm. The reason it is still called a family farm, because it was a family farm. It was only his family members, it was in small scale, and they only started to grow a little bit of these herbal medicine to sell to other big factories, so that they would find a better way to improve their income. But gradually, not only is he got out of poverty and started to be wealthy and living a better life, he started to help others, help his fellow villagers, help villagers actually in other counties as well. So I think that is a very interesting story. I will talk a little bit about it with 错母 later. So yes. We have some comments here. We have 旭日东升 saying, oh, 旭日东升996, poor you, saying my English is poor. No, don't worry about it. And I don't think that's the case if you're watching the live stream. And we have Sonam saying, 早上好. Two beautiful sisters. Yes, 错母 is with me. She's my special guest, and she's going to join me in some other, fungus tasting a little bit later. So we'll have her right back. And we have Liberato saying, can you find that stuff in North America? 在北美有没有灵芝啊？在北美有灵芝吗？不知道是不是？ I'm not really sure. We'll look it up a little bit. But if you're interested, I'm pretty sure you can find some sellers online to get a little bit of the stuff you want. It smells really interesting, and if you put it in soup, it's both tasty and nutritious. And we have Imar saying, once I ate a really good Chinese mushroom, which was grown in the Two Dragon Mountain, 二龙山. I remember that because I know the 二龙山 earlier from my favorite Chinese book, The Water Margin. Greetings from Hungary. Happy to have you here. Thank you very much for joining the live stream. For those of you who have just joining in, this is Real Way Trippin' Tibetan Style. style. We've traveled from Beijing to Tibet with the help of a railway train from Xining to Lhasa. That is the renowned Qingzang Railway, Qingzang 铁路. And after landing in Lhasa, we also traveled to Nyingchi, which is where I'm standing right now, and this is the Mainling County here in Nyingchi. Mainling County, also known as the state of herbal medicine. So here we are in Hongtaiyang 家庭农场, Red Sun Family Farm, learning a lot about this interesting traditional herbal medicine, Lingzhi, lucidum, Ganoderma, and how it helped people get more healthy and also helped fellow villagers to lift themselves up from poverty. And let's go inside and see what are some other fun, interesting things we get to see. 谢谢错木姐姐带我们进来。
好的，参观一下。
所以这是你们的办公室，对不对？
对。
So this is actually your office. So this is the office, and 展销一体 is a very interesting way to say it. It means that it is an exhibition, as you can see all the product here, and it is also a selling center. And right behind me is something with really Tibetan style decoration and character. It's very colorful and it looks strange. 所以这是干什么用的呀？
这个叫切马，然后我们过年
切马，
对，过年的时候就是去拜访那个亲朋好友的时候，就要端着这个
啊，
对，然后大家
一个人端着吗？不是很重吗？
这个会有更小型的，
小一点的。
对。
祈福用的。
祈福用。
So this is actually one very interesting traditional, one of the ritual of the Tibetan people when they spend and celebrate their New Year. 是藏历新年还是藏历新年？That when they celebrate Tibetan New Year, one person would hold it to pay a visit to their families and friends. One that I would assume a little bit smaller and smaller so that you can hold it for a really long day. And inside it held some highland barley, 青稞, and also some zamba, as well as suyo, butter, Tibetan butter. And the way to pay a special respect as well as giving wishes would be hold it to visit the family and friends you'd like to say hello to in the beautiful new year, and they would take it and
扫3下，
3下吗？
对，
要扔掉吗？
对，往上面撒3下，
撒3下。
对对，像糌粑的话撒3下，然后最后一口会吃下。
会吃掉哈。
对对对。
You would take it and throw it in the air for 3 times. And when you're doing that, you should also hold a wish in your heart, and that's how your wish comes true. And yeah, that's a beautiful decoration we see in the center. And let's go to the counter and see what are some products of this special family farm. 灵芝。
对，
哇，这个好大啊！
对，
This one's really big.
对，这是我们今年出来的灵芝。
这是新品种，是不是？
对对。
所以你们还会做一些培育。
对，反正我们每年都会采集山里的野生灵芝，然后培育。对。
So every year they would also go to the wild nature and get some new fungus so that they would have new spore to blend in with the ones that they like and select the better spore of the lucidum Ganoderma so they can grow, make the quality better and better. See these ones? I think these ones are especially big compared to the ones we saw before. And ta-da! This is the edible tree fungus, 黑木耳。这是灵芝的。
对，这是山里摘的那个木灵芝。
是真的灵芝吗？
是真的，但是是木灵芝。
是木灵。
主要是就是展品用。
展品啊，不能吃的，对不对？装饰品。
对。
Because of our strong love towards lucidum Ganoderma, we not only ate them, but we'll also use it as a decoration in your house, showing your dedication to health.
这边也有一个木灵芝，也是山里采。
这也是山里的灵芝 the wild ones. Make sure if you see one looking like this, as huge as this, they're not for you to eat. They're not a kind of ingredient. They are for you to decorate your lovely home. And also there are some other kinds of herbal medicine. Aw, we've got some lovely messages as well. We have Novelia saying, I love Tibet. Thank you on behalf of Tibet, even though I cannot, be on behalf of Tibet. Love you too. You're also saying, I had visited Tibet. Very worth it to travel there, guys. Yes, actually Tibet is covering the land area a little bit bigger than a combination of France, Germany, and Italy together. It only has 3.5 million people because of the high altitude and less conducive natural environment for people to live in. And well, I think because of the lack of disturbance by human beings, the nature resources and environment is extremely beautiful and breathtaking. So I would also highly suggest you to pay a visit. 所以咱们这边的展品除了这些之外，你们还有新的展品还是会再加上去，对不对？
对对对，下一步的话想丰富一下我们的产品，
丰富一下不同的藏药材，
对，像松茸啊、当归啊、贝母啊那些
都可以，是不是？
对对对，
谢谢。那我们要不然坐下来聊一会儿吧。Because previously I promised our viewers that we would talk a little bit about how you actually helped local people from other counties to grow more of the Lingzhi and you buy from them, and that's how you help them getting out of poverty as well. So I'm curious about that story. 所以我知道说咱们这边其实也会帮助其他县的或者是其他的一些村民去种一些灵芝，然后你们会再收回来。所以这个是一个你们是怎么操作的呀？
我们这边的话就是4个统一，就是我们统一给他们发放菌种，然后统一给他们做那个技术培训，然后他们种植期间，我们的技术人员就会每隔2天会去巡各个村庄，然后指导他们就是浇水啊，然后怎么管理大棚，然后最后的话就统一收购，把他们所有出产的灵芝我们都统一收购过来。
So actually, we talked about previously in 2012, the founder of this family farm started to grow the lucid Ganoderma and started to learn about the techniques to improve the quality of the product. And later on, he figured that only he himself getting a wealthy and better life was not that ideal for him. So he decided to help local villagers as well. Now they have formed this system of helping local villagers to get the seeds, which are the bag of fungus that they can take home and start growing. Just, put it in under the ground. And later on, Tsuomu here just told me there is a universal process. There is a standard unified process for them to grow. There will be technical support visiting the places of the farmers, of the villagers once 2 days. So every 2 days there will be a technician going into your home helping you with the managing of the growing of the lucidum, Ganoderma, and make sure you are growing it right. And after they are ready to be harvested, this family farm would also buy everything from you. So that's how they help local villagers generate better profit, and in the meantime, I would say increase the scale of their farming as well. 所以这个其实也可以帮助你们扩大你们的生产规模，是不是？
对对对，现在我们的规模，应该在我们全县里面还是算很大的。现在我们整个灵芝种植规模辐射的面积有800多亩。哦。对，然后今年可能有最低的那个最保守的数字也有4万多斤灵芝出产。
很多哎，4万多斤，那就是2万多公斤。They actually produced around 20,000 kilograms of the lucidum Ganoderma this year, and that is only a very, preserving kind of estimation. And that makes this family farm the biggest one, the largest one here in the county here in Nyingchi. And because of the founder's great movement of helping other people, he got the prize of one of, we call it 标兵, so role model of getting yourself out of poverty. That is why I'd like to say a better translation of 脱贫 or 扶贫 would be helping people, or the government helping people lift themselves up from poverty. It's not all the effort from the government or the local officials. It has to be with the effort of people themselves as well. Now in front of me we have a lot of different kinds of product I can try. For example, here in front of me, this is a tree fungus. 是一个木耳，对不对？凉拌木耳 the one we talked about, the salad-like dish. In Chinese, we call it cold dish. 凉拌. I'd like to have a try. 我们要试一下吗？试一下。When you're doing this kind of cooking, you would boil it in water a little bit and then put on some red pepper and some chives and it'll be tasty. Okay. To start with, it's spicy. 还挺辣的 spicy, but it tastes really refreshing. I think the refreshment of your inner system starts from your mouth. It's a little bit thicker and more chewy than the ones I have tried before in other places, and it's also a little bit more moisturized. I like it. 我感觉里面会有一层，
有个汁会出来。
对，有个汁，
对，它很 Q 弹。
这很 Q 弹哎，
对，很滑
It's very chewy and also it's a little bit juicy. I think it's because of its thick, so it has some inside layers. Very juicy. I like it. 那咱们这边是什么呀？
这个是灵芝，可以就想示范一下怎么煮茶。
啊，好呀。So we talked about the lucidum Ganoderma being able to be an ingredient in soup. 可以做汤啊 in soup. You put it together with other things you like, including chicken possibly or pork, depending on your taste, and that would make your pot of soup extra healthy. And on top of that, they can also be used as a certain kind of tea ingredient. So a herbal tea of Lingzhi in it would also be very nutritious, and I'm waiting for Cuomu to host me as her guest as well. In the meantime, let me say hello to many of you who are watching the live stream. Mu'er, yes, mu is tree, er is year. Mu'er, yes, this edible tree fungus resembles the shape of an year, and it is growing around trees or wood. That is why Chinese people call it mu'er. 真的很像耳朵哎，我没有仔细看过。木耳 edible tree fungus. And Yashi asks 好吃吗？特别好吃 It's very tasty. Tell you guys a little secret. We got the fresh tree edible tree fungus from this family farm, and my manager, my producer actually cooked the dish for me herself. So it's very tasty, and special thanks to my program director. Special thanks. Very tasty. You should try some later. A producer that can cook. You cannot ask for more. Also, so Defon saying great lecture. Thank you. Sharing is caring. I love to share. Kenny saying, is it the big farmland? Yes, that has, we visited the farmland as well as the greenhouse. And 你好 to Joe. 你好吗? Yes, you can say that in Chinese. Kenny saying great community support and model for the product. That's true, I totally agree. And Slim saying, wow, Tibet, huh? I may consider visit. Tibet is a great place to visit. I strongly recommend you to come here. You're going to be able to witness appreciate a lot of interesting culture, history, as well as the beautiful natural resources. Actually, yesterday we actually saw a beautiful snow-capped, a little bit spicy, snow-capped mountain, and it's magnificent. Strongly advise you to do that too. 那我们先来看看怎么泡茶。Now let's see how to make this special lucidum Ganoderma tea.
好的。如果是自己一个人或者两个人喝的话，这样一两半就可以了。一两半就可以了。就是一两朵就可以了。然后可以把它掰碎。好。因为这个很脆。好。
Because it's very crisp, so you actually can crush them, and only use one pebble would be enough for 1 or 2 person. Crush it. This one is not that crisp apparently,
这个
but it's also very soft.
这个已经可以用水涮一下。
可以用水涮一下。
对。
Of course, rinse it a little bit before you put it in your teapot. 慢一点，慢一点，不要着急。Don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. So 1 or 2 piece would be enough.
这个差不多可以了。
就可以了。
2个人的话，1朵就够了。
就够了哈。Actually, you put it in a pot and start boiling. It's that easy. 那这个储存有什么需要注意的吗？
储存的话，最好在那种干燥的环境下。
所以就是密封干燥的盒子里就可以。
对。
So in order to store the Lingzhi, the special mushroom, you put it in a box and seal the box. That's basically it. Put it in a rather cool area, not under direct sunlight. That'll do. And we have Slim saying, I see, and chew whole thing, go through and down. You want to see everything, possibly. Kenny saying, is this a visitor center? It is with the function for exhibiting their product to visitors, and they also sell them. So if you'd like to buy some, I know that they started online shopping or online, let's say, branding, marketing just right now. 所以我听说你们是刚刚开始在网上做销售，什么开始做拍视频和直播？
对，我们今年4月份开始就在抖音上做那种短视频宣传，感觉网络上宣传这个很好。
是吗？ Actually, this April, 错母 here just started to shoot some videos and post some posts on TikTok here in China, on Douyin, and she said that she thinks it's a really good way to promote their amazing product. So yes, apparently the internet is helping not only you and me to interact with each other, but also a lot of local farmers and local villagers to better marketing their product, to better promote their crops, so that they can generate a better profit. We have Han saying, I always watch your title in Facebook. Carry on, says, thank you for your support. Very lovely to have your support here on Facebook. And we also have producer who can cook well, 好吃. Yes, my producer is very talented. Jessie saying, sharing is caring indeed. Glad you agree with me. Yeshi, enjoy your food. Thank you. Some tasty mushroom tea. Yes, the mushroom tea is being boiled, and I think I can get to taste it in no time. Kenny saying, I wonder if we make into mushroom sauce. I think the mushroom sauce are using the kind of mushroom that are more mundane, a little more common, less precious. 所以我们这样一盒灵芝会卖多少钱？
这样我们那个包装里平时卖的时候，那一盒装的是半斤250克
，250克
，260元
，260元，
对
，so
半斤260元，
半斤260元。So basically, it's if you want to buy some of the Lingzhi, some of the lucidum, Ganoderma, it costs around 1 yuan per gram. 1 yuan per gram, because for the 250-gram box, that one share costs you 260 yuan, which I think is quite reasonable, and it makes me want to taste the tea even more. Let's see, what are some other questions you have? Niuniu, you're saying, don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. Does she understand English? Yes, she does. She understands English. She's just a little bit too shy to speak it. So, yeah, to answer your question. It'd be good to try and heal your body. Yeah, like we said, Lingzhi is good for your immune system, and this 白肉 Lingzhi here in Tibet, here in Mainling, is especially good for your liver. So those who have liver problems, maybe you can do some research and get some of your own lucidum Ganoderma as well. We have Shunji Bon saying, I want this. Yes, get some online. Pretty sure you can find some. And the Librato saying a little water might help you in case it's a little too hot. Yes, it is spicy, and waiting for the tea to be ready. In the meanwhile, if you have just tuning into the live stream, this is Niuniu, and this is Real with Trippin Tibetan Style. Here we are in the city of Nyingchi, and this is actually the county of Mainling. It is also with the nickname of a state of medicine, Yaozhou, because this environment is especially conducive for traditional herbal medicine growing, and that is why local people found this as a specialty to start a business, start an industry to help themselves get out of poverty, and they are creating a beautiful life with their both hands. Let's see if I can get to see some of you directly here, because we are live streaming on multiple platforms. We're live streaming on CRI Learn Chinese Facebook page, YouTube channel, as well as 英语环球广播微博. On top of those, we're also live streaming on all the platforms on CGTN, both overseas and domestic, and as well as China plus culture. So if you are enjoying these live streams, please let me know in the comment area, and no matter what questions you have, I will be more than happy to answer. In here I actually have a question to 错母 myself. 所以想问一下，你是自己就是在这边工作，哥哥也在这里工作？
对，哥哥负责技术。技术。对，灵芝的菌种还有木耳的菌种都是他培育。哦，所以哥哥培育菌种多少年了？已经快8年了。Wow. So 错母 here also has a bigger brother, and the bigger brother is the technical support in this farm. He has been focusing on selecting and cultivating better species and better sub-branch of the lucidum Ganoderma, as well as the edible tree fungus for 8 years. So he is actually a scientist working in the, well, say a laboratory. 所以除了你们俩，还有其他在这边工作，还有一些什么其他的部门做其他工作？有，我们这边就是主要的话就有一个生产的那个是在冬天的时候，他们就会过来生产这个种子。刚刚那个灵芝的种子就在冬天生产的，大概要生产3个月。冬天的时候，那时候有100多个工人在这边生产。哇哦！对，有一个生产车间嘛，那有生产小组，他们就是冬天生产，然后还有我们种植的时候，差不多就是3月底4月初这样子。然后就是会又去种植，周边基本上都是周边的农牧民，就是雇他们的那个临时工，然后他们就差不多会有1个月左右在这边。300多人是吗？100多人，然后冬天要做3个月。对对对。And they would also hire people for a short period of time, around 3 months in winter, to help with the cultivating of the spore of this special fungus, and that would be the 3 months that they are not working on their own, I'll say agricultural products, and they would be able to work here in the farm and generate a little bit of outfit themselves. And also in around April, which we've talked about already, they would start growing this special fungus. 所以它大概多长时间会好呢？应该还有2分钟吧。2分钟。After 2 minutes, my tea would be ready, and I cannot wait to give it a try. And I am also seeing more questions coming in. We have Jessie saying you can find it in Vietnam, health stores in the US. Oh, interesting information. If you guys like to, you can get some, but you cannot get these ones, these high quality top ones. Rick saying online is a great way for people like me in America to get such product. We can't get there. I would love to try in a recipe. 所以你们考虑卖到国外吗？我们国外的朋友们都非常想买你们家的灵芝和木耳。下次可以考虑卖到国外。对，下次我们有机会的话。Next time I'm trying to persuade 错母 here to sell it to overseas places, making sure that it will be offered to you as well. Jen saying, I love Chinese, thank you. Slim saying, do they drink the red thing? Yes, the red thing is here, and I will be drinking it right away. And we have Kaban saying, I noticed the chair you're sitting in is beautiful. Great chair craftsmanship, beautiful design. Did they make it? I think the chairs as well as the tables are with Tibetan style, and we have 扎西德勒 here. 扎西德勒 is Tibetan language for saying good luck, right? 就是吉祥如意。吉祥如意。Best
luck and prosperity. And we also, perhaps you've noticed some decoration around. We see China Dream. I think that is the perfect China Dream that we're demonstrating here. That is to lift yourself out of poverty with the help of local government and help everyone around you to get a better life. That's the China Dream we're talking about here. In the meantime, China is also a country that believes in common prosperity. We say 共同富裕, get wealthy together. And this is also what Cuomo, as well as her family, is doing. That is to help local villagers generate their income, help fellow farmers in other counties to be more living in a better life. So yeah, cannot ask for more. We also have more comments here. Alma saying not very nice, and Xiaojiang saying lovely, thank you. Steve saying your guest is graceful. 我们有一个网友夸奖说你非常优雅。Very graceful. I agree with you. Next to her, I feel like I'm very peppy and jumping up and down a lot. And Kenny saying, how many generations has it been in her family for? 所以这个种灵芝其实是从爸爸那边开始的，对不对？其实爷爷没有，就是爸爸开始的。
对，从12年就开始去就是我们这边有那种科技培训，然后就12年开始接触到了这个灵芝，然后他觉得做这个灵芝特别好，很适合我们这边的地理环境。
是的，是的，是的。Well, actually, it is a family business, but it has not been that long. In 2012, the founder of the farm actually took part in a training session provided by local government about scientific and different kinds of knowledge, and he loved lucidum, Ganoderma on the first sight, and he believed that this is the thing that will help him get a better life. And that's when he started the family farm. That's when he started to use this as a powerful tool on the ladder towards a better life. So only in 2005 and only 2 generations, and it's this amazing already. In the meantime, we have 开阳菲菲 saying 灵芝还能泡茶呀，这茶得多贵啊。Good call. We talked about it. Actually, 1 gram of 灵芝costs around 1 yuan. So for 250, that is 1 share, you need to pay for 260 yuan to take it home. It will be very delicious and very pricey. That's why I'm sitting here mumbling to you guys a lot, because I really do want to try that. 所以现在可以了吗？还要再泡一会儿是不是？可以了，可以了。Yes. And we have Antonio saying, Professor Niuniu, I'm not a professor, but thank you for considering that. You're tremendous ambassador about Chinese culture. I would take that, and thank you very much. And yes, Arthur, haven't seen you for a while. You are back. Where have you been? Haven't seen you in the live stream. And we have Arthur from Texas, USA. Happy to have you joining the live stream. As always, if you guys like the live stream, please like and share and comment as much as possible. I will shout out to you like I shouted out to a lot of you guys out there, because I consider this the best way to communicate with you directly. And here I am ready to try this herbal tea. 我们来尝一下这个灵芝的茶。好的，谢谢。但是有点烫，等我再。好的，谢谢。哦，好香啊。Smells really good. The aroma is still here, and it's even better. 哦，谢谢。有点烫。Only smell it is refreshing enough. And thank you guys very much for staying with us for this lovely 1 hour. We learned a lot about this different kinds of fungus and different kinds of herbal medicine. This is Railway Trippin' Tibetan Style, a special series bringing you the lovely natural resources, natural environment, as well as culture and history of Tibet, in the form of live streams, videos, and pictures. Just make sure you stay with us, stay with Here I Learn Chinese, stay with CGTN and China Plus Culture. If you love what you're looking at, make sure you recommend us to your friends as well. Thank you so much. I will see you in another live stream. Bye bye, guys.